All right. So let's start seating. Finding your comfortable seat. A nice steady, solid ground or beneath you. Light support beneath you. So you might let the soles of your feet be flat on the floor, the sit bones nice and firm in the chair. Then you might find that you roll forward and back a little bit, side to side, just kind of finding that sense of a nice, stable but balanced point of contact to the chair. Letting the sit bones hold your weight equally from both sides of your body. And also that point, not so that you're leaning back or leaning forward, that point right in the center, nice balance point, so that the spine can lift upward. And from that tall seat, you might allow the shoulders to melt down any amount, softening a little bit. You might let the hands rest, palms up or palms down, depending on how you're feeling. A little more grounding for palms down, a little more open to receive, or if you're low energy, and maybe palms up would feel good. Give yourself just the time and space to breathe here for a few moments. Eyes can be open or closed. If you tend to close your eyes here, as I do, and then you find that your mind starts to wander, sometimes it's helpful to keep the eyes open, kind of keep you present. You can play with both options. Letting your body just breathe, finding some spaciousness within the chest and abdomen. Maybe even imagining that you could breathe into the back ribs. Expanding the torso all the way around as you breathe. Allowing a gentle contraction all the way around as you exhale. Spending a few more moments here, just breathing, being with your body. You might find some softness in the face, in the jaw, in the fingers, in the toes. And from here, we'll start to move into the head and neck a little bit. Let's turn the head from side to side first. So when your next exhale arrives, turn the head to look over one shoulder. We'll inhale back to center as you're ready. And exhale over the other way. Continuing to move with your breath, inhaling forward and exhaling to one side at a time. The next time you feel even, let your head come back to center. Give yourself a few moments to pause, just noticing sensations. And then we'll nod the head up and down. With your next exhale, we'll tip the chin down towards the chest. And then inhale the head up or the chin up. Moving with your breath, exhaling down. Inhaling to lift. While you move, see if you can maintain that idea of spaciousness with the breath. Still inhaling to expand the torso. Exhaling to allow it to shrink down. And then let's bring the head back to center the next time you feel even. Pause here for a moment. Just breathe and notice sensations in the neck. And we'll move into drawing figure eights with the nose in the air. So as small or big as you wish. Noticing sensations, noticing sounds as you move. Make your way back to center, and then switch direction. Trace your figure eights the other way. Noticing if one direction is easier than the other. Noticing if the sounds or sensations are different going in this direction. Eventually making your way back to center again. Letting the head come forward. Pausing for a moment, noticing sensations. And noticing if there's anything intuitively that you would like to do with the neck. If there's any other movement that would feel good. Maybe semicircle with the neck. Maybe a semicircle backwards a little bit if that would feel good. It might feel good to tip the head from one side, ear to shoulder. Coming up to center in between if that's something that you're playing with, other ear to other shoulder. We're just kind of exploring what would feel good. How does your head want to move? Making your way back to center once you've explored a little bit. And we'll move down into the shoulders. So let's roll the shoulders, whichever way feels most natural. And then roll the shoulders the other way, switch directions. Release the shoulders down, and then we'll move the shoulders up and down, shrugging the shoulders up with an inhale. So drawing shoulders towards ears, and then exhaling to release. Twice more. And then letting the shoulders rest down. Moving into the arms a little bit. Let's bring the arms down by our sides. Let the arms hang for a moment. Let the shoulders rest down. So finding that softness in the arms and shoulders, even while keeping the spine long. Nice tall spine, reaching up through the crown of the head. When your next inhale arrives, let's sweep the arms up only as high as feels good. So they might come to shoulder height or all the way up. You can decide. And then exhale the hands back down. Moving with your breath, inhaling. And exhaling. Last time with both arms, inhaling. And exhaling. And let's do one arm at a time. Let's start with the left arm, inhaling up. And exhaling down. Switching arms, inhaling up. And exhaling down. Back to the left side, inhale up. And exhale down. Right arm, inhaling up. And exhaling down. Pause, let both arms rest down. Notice sensations in the shoulders, through the arms, or anywhere else that you're feeling them. And let's move with breath. We'll move from, we'll kind of incorporate our arm movement and breath and come into a twist. So if it doesn't feel good to reach the arms all the way overhead, you can always come into kind of a cactus shape if that would feel good, or the arms can come wide rather than high. But you can decide on your variation, what works for your body. With an inhale, let's sweep the arms up to wherever you'd like them to head. And then as you exhale, we'll sweep the arms down and twist towards the left side. So you might bring the front hand to your left knee. Then we'll inhale up again, coming forward. And then exhale to twist over to the right side, letting the hands sweep down. Inhaling up, coming forward. Exhaling to the left side. Inhaling up, coming forward. Exhaling to the right side. Moving with your breath a couple more times. Inhaling up. Left side, exhale. Inhaling up. And exhaling to the right side. Inhaling up. Coming forward and releasing the hands back down, either to your sides or to your lap. Pause. Breathe. Moving from here into a side bend, but we'll use the arms again. So let the arms hang down by your sides again. And again, if the shoulders don't feel good or the arm doesn't feel good coming all the way overhead, then it can either come sort of halfway up, shoulder height, or a little lower, or to a cactus shape. It can even come forward if that would feel good and feel better for the shoulder. When you're ready, set up your tall seat. We'll leave the right hand hanging down. Excuse me, we'll inhale the left arm up. And then exhale to tip over to the right side. Inhaling back up. Exhale to release the arm down. And switching sides, inhale, right arm up. Exhale over to one side. Inhaling up. And exhale to release. Continuing this movement back to the left side. Inhale, left arm. And exhale over. Inhaling up. Exhaling to release. Making it almost a dance. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale to release. One more time each side. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale to reach over. Inhale back up. And exhale to release. Inhale up, right arm up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale to release. Let both arms either hang down by your sides or come back to your lap, pausing. And breathing. Moving into our arching and rounding of the spine next. Let's bring hands towards the knees. Start yourself off with your nice tall spine. As you exhale, push the hands into the knees, pull the belly towards the back of the chair, and round the spine like a Halloween cat. Shoulder blades start to stretch apart. With your inhale, we'll draw chest forward, heart forward, chest forward, and the gaze might lift, lifting the chin. Exhale to round, Halloween cat shape. Tucking the front body in. And inhaling to open up the chest and belly, pulling the back body together. Squeezing shoulder blades together. Moving with your breath between these shapes a few times. And when you feel even again and you cut enough, make your way back to that nice tall seat, neutral spine. Pausing for a moment. Let's do a little bit of work in the hands and wrists. So finding some wrist circles. Hands can be made into fists or they can be more open. Imagine you're cleaning out a peanut butter jar. Just get all the corners, all the angles. And then switch directions. Same idea. And release the wrists. You might shake out the hands a little bit. Let's find a little bit of hand massage. So let's massage the left hand first. We'll use the right hand. So start with your thumb in the center of your palm. And then we'll spiral thumb outward, massaging into the palm of the left hand. And then we'll spend a little bit of time on the heel of the hand, the outside edge of the hand. Then we'll spend a little bit of time on the base of each finger. Let's start with the thumb. And then move to the base of the first finger, the pointer finger. And then the middle finger, base of the middle finger. Base of the ring finger. Base of the pinky. Then letting the left hand rest palm down on your thigh. We'll use the pointer, middle, and ring finger of the right hand to gently massage between the knuckles. You can use as much or little pressure as you want, but sort of be gentle with yourself. It's supposed to feel good. And then release both hands. You might shake them out again. And we'll switch sides. So using the left thumb in the middle of the right hand, we'll start to massage the palm. You might spiral outward from center. And we'll spend a little bit of time on the heel of the hand, the outside edge of the hand. And then again, base of each thumb, or each finger in turn. We'll start with the thumb. Moving to the base of the first finger, pointer finger. And the middle finger. Base of the ring finger. Base of the pinky. And letting the right hand rest palm down on your thigh. We'll use first middle and ring finger of the left hand to massage between the knuckles. And releasing both hands. We'll move into the fingers and wrists just a little bit more. Starting off by, let's point the fingers of the left hand towards the floor. The elbow can start off bent. Then we'll use the right hand to sort of pull against the fingers. So this might be enough right here. If it would feel good to stretch the palm away, sort of straightening into the arm a little bit, as much as feels good, then that's an option. And breathing. And releasing the left hand, we'll switch sides. Right fingers point towards the ground. We use the left hand to pull against the fingers and then maybe stretch the arm away from you. And releasing, shaking out the hands. Last one. If it feels good to interlace the fingers, then we'll interlace and then stretch the palms away. If that does not feel good, then one hand can overlap the other and reach away. So whichever variation feels good. If from here it would feel good to stretch the arms overhead, that's also an option, but not necessary. Then let's bring the hands back down. If the fingers are interlaced, just notice which one's on top and then switch all of the fingers over one. So the other, you're interlacing the other way. If you had one hand overlapping the other, just switch whichever one is on top. And again, we'll reach forward first. From here, if it would feel good to reach overhead, that's optional. And then release the arms, release the fingers, release the hands. You might wiggle the fingers or shake them out. And then come forward on your chair a little bit. We'll move down into the lower body. So make sure you're still fairly stable, quite stable on the chair. Your sit bones firmly want to be on the chair, but just a little more space for your legs to move. Once you're set up, just reconnect soles of the feet to the floor again, reestablish that nice tall seat. And we'll move into the left side first. So drawing left leg up towards you. So toes can stay on the floor. The foot can just get a little bit lighter if it doesn't feel good to lift the foot. And you can draw circles on the ground with your toes. If it feels okay to lift the foot off the ground, then we'll draw circles with the knee. And exploring your range of motion. See how much range you have in the hip socket today. Letting the circles be as big as feels okay. No pain. And then we'll switch directions, circles the other way. And just pay attention to how your knee is feeling as well. We don't want to cause any discomfort in the knee either. Having some compassion for yourself. And let's bring the knee forward. We'll keep the foot lifted and find some ankle circles here. Switching directions. Pointing and flexing the foot a few times. Stretching out the toes, pulling them or stretching them apart. And then curling them in together. Stretching apart. And curling together. Stretching apart. And curling together. And then releasing that foot to the ground. Pause for a moment. And then we'll switch sides. Right foot gets lighter, so toes can stay on the floor. You can draw circles that way, or if the foot lifts, we'll draw circles with the knee. Moving into the hip socket, moving the leg. Circles as big as feels okay, without pain in the hip, pain in the knee. And we'll switch directions, circles the other way. And we'll bring the knee forward. We'll keep the foot lifted. Find some ankle circles on this side. Switching directions when you're ready. And we'll point and flex the foot a few times. And then stretch the toes apart. And curl them in. Stretch them apart. And curl them in. Last one, stretch them apart. And curl them in. And then release the foot to the ground. Just a little more toe play. With feet on the ground, lift all of the toes off the ground. And then place all of the toes back down. Once more, lift all the toes up. And then let all the toes come down. And then see if you can lift just the big toes. And then put the big toes down. See if you can lift all the toes except the big toes. And then put the remaining toes down. Again, lifting just the big toe, or imagine that it's lifting. And release it down. And then everything but the big toe. And release them down. You might stamp out the feet a little bit if there's nobody below you who would be bothered. Let's move it. Let's do a little bit of hip stretch, a gentle hip stretch here. Excuse me, tickle in my throat. So if it would feel okay to draw, let's start with the right foot, up as high as you can. I'll give a few options here. Excuse me. If it feels okay to lift the foot quite high, then you might cross the ankle over the knee. If that sounds crazy and it doesn't work, then we'll start by crossing the right foot ankle across the left shin or ankle, and then draw that foot up as high as feels okay. The aim is to send the right knee down towards the ground. So whether your ankle is propped up or lower down, the idea is just to send this right knee out to the side. So whichever variation you're in. If the ankle is resting on the top of the left knee, then flex the right foot, hold the toes towards the shin. Find your nice tall seat again and just breathe here. If you're in a position and it doesn't feel like anything, there's no feeling, no sensation, there's no stretch in the hip at all, it might feel nice or okay to fold forward any amount. So you can play with that idea, if that would feel good or not. Gentle stretch in the right hip, sort of what we're aiming for, without any discomfort in the knee or ankle. And then we'll come all the way back upright if you're folded forward. And unwind the legs. Pause for a moment. And then we'll switch sides. So if it feels okay to draw the left knee up as high as you can, then you might cross left ankle over right knee. Or if that does not work, doesn't feel good, we can cross left ankle over right ankle and then slide the ankle up as high as it comes. The idea being to send the left knee down towards the floor, any amount, out to the side. Once you've got your chosen position, nice tall seat. If the ankle is resting on the knee, flex the left foot, toes towards the shin. And then wherever you are, if you're not feeling like there's anything happening, not enough of a stretch in the hip, then you might fold forward any amount. Again, we're avoiding any discomfort or pain in the knee, no pain in the hip, just a gentle stretch. Then coming upright again when you're ready. Releasing the legs. Coming back to your tall seat. And we'll move through our sun salutations. So setting up your leg position so that you've got either space for your torso, if that would feel good, widening the legs, or they can stay narrow if some compression between belly and thighs would feel good, which is said to be good for digestion, a little massage for the lower organs. Once you've got your choice made and you've set up your feet, gentle push of the feet into the floor, stabilize the lower body. Let the hands come down by your sides. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale the arms up, either up to a cactus shape or arms wide or overhead. Then exhale to release the hands back down again. With an inhale, let's come to an arched spine, chest forward, heart forward, belly forward, gaze lifts. And then exhale to round, Halloween cat. Tuck the front body in. Inhale back to a nice tall spine, shoulders soften. And exhale to fold forward. With an inhale, we'll sweep the right arm up into a twist. And then exhale the right arm back down again. Inhaling the left arm up into a twist. And exhaling back down. Coming all the way back to your tall seat. Arms sweep up wherever they're headed, cactus or wide or overhead. And exhale the hands to release. Pause for a moment. Breathe. We'll do that twice more, and you can change your hand variation each time or change the leg position each time if you wish. When you're ready, inhale, stretch the arms wherever they're headed. Exhale to bring them back again. Arching the spine next. Inhale, heart and chest forward, belly forward, shoulder blades pulled together. And exhale to round the spine. Tuck the front body in, tuck the chin in. Inhaling back to a tall seat. Neutral spine, shoulders soften. And exhale to fold. Right arm sweeps up into a twist with the inhale. And exhale back down. Inhale the left arm up into a twist. And exhale down. Coming all the way back up. Inhale the arms up, however they want to go. And exhale down. Full breath cycle, breathe. Last one. Inhaling the arms up. And exhaling to release. Arching the back, inhale, shoulder blades pulled together. And exhale to tuck in. Halloween cat shape. Inhaling back to a tall spine, shoulders soften. Exhale to fold. Right arm sweeps up into a twist when you're ready. And exhale down. Left arm sweeps up into a twist. And exhale down. Coming back to your tall seat, inhale, arms come back and up into their position. And then exhale to release. Pausing for a moment, just noticing how the body feels, any flow of energy present. Before we move to standing, you know what, we can do it standing. Come on up to standing. Let's use the backrest of the chair first. We'll just warm up the hips a little bit more. We did a little bit seated with our one leg out to the side or one knee falling out to the side, but now we'll do it standing. So you can either have one hand on the chair or both hands on the chair, but we need a little bit of space for the knee to come up, and then we'll move it out to the side. So whichever sort of starting variation feels good, both hands secure or one. We'll stand on the left foot first, and we'll let the right knee come forward. So lifting as high as you can. The toe can always stay on the floor if that feels better. Lifting if it feels okay to lift. And then sending the right knee out to the right. Breathing. If the toe's on the floor, then the knee swivels out to the side. And then let's bring the knee back and release the foot to the floor. Shake or wiggle out any sensations that are there. And we'll switch sides. So chair to the other side, or if you're using both hands, you can stay as you are. Standing on the right, the left foot will come forward. Either toe can stay on the ground or the leg lifts. And then we'll send the knee out to the left side. So if toes on the floor again, you would swivel the knee out to the left. And breathe. And then let's bring the knee forward again and release the foot to the ground. Finding any little shimmy or shake, little rub of the hips, if the outer hips will come. All right, starting to play or move towards playing with our triangle pose. We can stay on the same side, right hand on the chair. So let's step the feet wide as feels okay, while maintaining your stability. Really feel the feet on the ground. Nice strong stance here. Then we'll turn the right toes towards the chair. So you can come up onto the heel and then turn the leg towards the chair. Let's bend into the right knee. And then straighten it. Just playing with that bend of the knee. And then bring your awareness to the top of the leg, just where that hip crease happens. Where the top of the leg starts to I guess it's the hip crease. Find your hip crease. And just notice where that happens in your body. You might even keep a hand there if it would feel okay. And then straighten the leg. Once you have awareness of that spot, straighten the leg and see if you can access that same hinge point with the body tipping over the right leg. See if you can deepen that hip crease without bending the knee, just by tipping your body over. And then once you have that awareness, now we'll start to move into our triangle pose. So one hand can stay on the chair, or both hands can come to your waist, or one hand can come to the chair and one can be on your waist, right? Find your variation, one that makes sense. And then tip your body over that hip crease and we'll pause. And breathe. Now from here, the left hand can stay on the waist, elbow drawing back, or you can reach that arm up and away as long as it feels okay. The arm on the chair can stay on the chair, or the arm can come to the thigh or knee or shin. And then let's come all the way back up again. Let's turn the toes forward and step the feet back together. Shimmy out anything that needs a little shimmying. You can shake out the standing legs and then switch sides. Chair to the left. We'll step the feet wide again. As wide as you can while maintaining your stability. And then we'll turn left toes towards the chair, coming up onto the heel, turning the leg, and placing the toes back down. Same idea, we're gonna find the hip crease. So bending the knee first. Bending the knee to find the hip crease on this side. Notice where that hinge point is. And then once you find it, once you have that awareness, then we can start to play with tipping the body. So straightening the leg, and then tipping the body over the left leg. See if you can deepen that same point, that hip crease. And then once you have that action, we'll set up for our triangle pose. So straight legs, one hand can be on the chair, one hand can be on the waist, or both can be on the waist. Once you're set up, tip the body over the left leg, deepening that hip crease. Then we'll pause, breathing here. The right hand can stay on the waist, elbow drawing back, or the hand can reach away. The left hand can stay on the chair or come to the thigh or knee or shin. But breathing. Now let's come all the way back up again. Turn the toes forward and step the feet back together. Come to stand on both legs equally, both feet equally. Nice stable stance and equal standing pose. Let your feet carry you equally, just like we set up while we're seated, we'll set up while we're standing. So both feet hold equal weight. And then even out the weight between the balls of the feet and the heels. Find a sense that all the joints are stacked. Knees over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. Let the arms hang down beside you. Beautiful. Finally, let's move into a little bit of a standing flow. We'll stretch into the backs of the legs a little bit. So turn the chair around so you can use the seat of the chair. Set yourself up so that either your hands can come to the chair. If you're having any dizziness or anything going on with your heart, then you'll keep your head in line with or above the heart. So hands to chair is best. If you're looking to go lower, then you can give yourself a little space between you and the chair so that you can reach down the legs without bumping your head. So choosing your distance and then coming to standing. As you're ready, we'll inhale the arms up into your favorite position. And then exhale the arms down again. We'll inhale the arms up. And inhale the arms down. Adding in the legs, inhale the arms up. And then exhale to bend the knees and we'll fold forward, reaching for the chair or down your legs. Inhale to straighten the legs any amount. And then exhale to bend them. Inhale to straighten. And exhale to bend. And we'll come all the way up again, reaching the arms up to your favorite position. And then exhale to release. Pause to breathe. We'll do that one more time. You can change your hand position if you like. Inhaling to reach the arms up. And exhaling to bend the knees and folding forward, reaching for the chair or down your legs. Inhale to straighten the legs any amount. And then exhaling to bend them again. Inhaling to straighten. Exhaling to bend. Inhaling all the way up. And releasing your hands down. Pause back in this mountain pose, equal standing, equal balance between the feet, between the front and back of the feet, lining up all the joints. Just pausing in this equal, strong, balanced pose. Feel your tallest, strongest self. And then if there's a pose from here that would make you feel even stronger, adjust your pose. Find your power pose, whatever that is. What makes you feel the most powerful? For me, it's widening my base. But it might be one of the warrior poses or something else. And breathe. And coming back to your equal standing pose if you've moved. If there's anything else you'd like to do before we move to our resting pose or back to the chair, and letting your body have any of that extra movement or stretch or shape that you'd like to make, what would feel right in this moment? Then when you've had enough, when you've given yourself whatever movement your body is looking for, we'll eventually and slowly make our way back to the chair. No rush. No rush at all. And once you come back to your chair, you might keep the nice tall spine if that would feel good, if that feels like a good way to close, or you might soften into the chair, lean back against the backrest. Keep your feet a little softer, a little further away from the chair. You're deciding what feels right in this moment. And spending a few moments just noticing your breath. Coming back to the breath. And again, option to keep eyes open or closed and resting the hands where they feel good. And then to close practice, your hands can stay where they are, or they might come over your heart or into a prayer position. And send gratitude to yourself first for making the time to move and breathe, for honoring your body, your breath. With gratitude for allowing me to guide you through practice today. and with gratitude to all the students and teachers who have come before us. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Thank you for being with me today.